This is dedicated to Derek. I am staring out at cars. At the exact spot he lifted his sneakers off the solidity of the ground for the last time, and there is a black hole howling in my chest that spins with the rage of all things that are swept away in the current. They said all that was left of him was a tuft of red hair. My neighbor saw the odd parts, the red marks, all mushed and skidded across the road. She said she thought someone must have hit a deer. She had no idea it was a boy of only 14 years old. His name was Derek John Thomas, and I went to his high school when I was young, and he jumped right near my house. Newspapers read he had been bullied to death. I am staring out at cars, and I am tired of waiting for someone to stop, and there is a battle cry signaling war, roaring across everyone's windshield that sonics outward from the fist that pumps my God in me. When I was in school, I thought if I could make one big boom, I was sure I could make an impact, change minds, but we forget a span of 14 years. You young crew weren't there in the generation of Columbine. You didn't see the survivors. You didn't get to sympathize with, yes, the shooters. You didn't deal with a bomb threat every day for a year like I did. No one pushed the edges. There was a unity that happened in our school, but how easily martyrs fade from our books, tarnish our golden rule. Parents, do you know how close your children are to the hand of death, how they cling to his robe with an arm around his leg? My own mother still doesn't know I came home every day and held a loaded gun to my head and waited for the coldness of the rim to creep in, awaken me, shake me loose from his grip. She did not see how blue my face had been when I was cut down from a bathroom door by a friend, swinging from a belt I had hung myself with. Already stopped breathing, already convulsing, my own leaf sneakers involuntarily banging the door. It was the only thing that alerted the next room that something was wrong. And here I am, staring out at cars, wondering where all the other poets are, whose words ever held another's cries. I stopped caring so much about publications and credits ever since I was told my poetry stopped an elderly man from suicide. I am staring out at cars, and I am biting the words off, and I am spitting them down the side of the Lane Street Bridge on 85 for my God in me to read back to myself. Now when I think what is the point of this, I think of Derek, and I have no problem with going at it alone, because by my God, if I would have known, I would have used this gift of words, and I would have stopped. I would have risked my job that day to try to save that boy's life when communication has been such a breeze for me. Maybe it could have lifted him when he leapt and he could have flied. I'm staring out over I-85, wondering why every bleeding heart is acting like a hypocrite when my God in my chest is burning all the bushels we used to hide the light with, when my heart is suffocating under the swift wind his sneakers left, why I am the only one here when now is not the time for silence, nor to be an advocate to stillness, why my generation is getting high in back rooms on couches instead of out here with me uniting, while we would rather keep our heads down than out there fighting for those who are weaker and those whose feet are in the same sneakers. Yay.